Well, we've just hit Goulburn, 6.5 hours later, and we've hit another snag. We've got a stuffed wheel bearing. Well, we're heading home via Deniliquin, Wagga, and up through Gundagai, back to Sydney, back to reality, following John in his white HE coupe. Don't see too many white ones around. So that was it. Thanks guys. We'll see you when we get home. Well, we've just hit Goulburn, 6.5 hours later, and we've hit another snag. We've got a stuffed wheel bearing. It's funny, these were checked not all that long ago and greased.
Nice car, mate.
Not at the moment.
Why?
I've got a stuffed wheel bearing.
Are you thinking to get it to them tomorrow?
Well, I can get the tools. I haven't got the proper tools for it. I can go and buy some down there.
Can you do it yourself?
I'll do it myself. They were checked not all that long ago, so it should have been all right, and they were greased, but the wheel bearings collapsed. I hit a really nasty pothole coming back. We've just come back from Swan Hill.
Okay, that doesn't.
Yeah, and I think, and it went, the clunk was awful, so I think, I don't know.
And it's just this side?
Yeah, where'd I get up to? So the plan tomorrow is to either look at it here. I haven't got the tools to look at it, but I at least want to get that cap off and take that outer wheel bearing out and see how dry it is. Or run it down to the auto shop, super cheap, and go get some tools. They'll have a bearing. Depends if it's going to be raining or not. If it's raining, I'll probably just stay here and walk down. If it's not raining, we'll nurse. It's only a 4-minute drive. Problem with old cars. Catch you later in the morning. Well, it's a nice fresh Tuesday morning. I've knocked off a Coles trolley. Don't worry boys, I will return it. And we're heading for the auto parts shop to see if we can get some parts for this car. Collect my shopping trolley. We'll go inside, see what I can get. I've done the shopping. I've got another grease gun to add to the collection. Found it's got a set of bearings for it. Another trolley jack to add to the collection. I got the biggest one because it was the same price as the smallest one. So we'll see how we go. We'll get this back and get that wheel off. Well, I've just taken the wheel off. It doesn't look nearly as bad as I predicted. The movement is not nearly severe while that wheel's off. And there's plenty of grease in there. That toilet paper's not doing the job. I hate using good quality rags to this, but anyway, you have to do it. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm surprised there's plenty of grease in there. They might just need butting up a bit. So I'll take that split pin out and just have a look at that outer bearing first. No, this thing was butted up tight. I couldn't tighten that any further. And there's still movement in there, so bearing's gone. We'll just take this off and have a look at the outer bearing first. But plenty of grease in there. I don't think it's going to collapse with all that grease. It's a good thing, I guess. We might get us home with it. That outer bearing's knackered. It's like missing some rollers already. You can see. Yep, got to get that out. And that's part of the bearing cage. It's completely just rotted away. I don't know whether just to wing it. I can't get that bearing out. I don't have a socket set. I can go and buy a socket set. But that bearing seems like it's seized pretty much onto that hub. Well, I'm just going to wing it. There's no cage left on that outer bearing. And I can't get that outer bearing out. It seems like it's stuck to the shaft. And I don't want to take the brake caliper off because I don't have a socket set. I guess I can go and buy one. But I think it'll last. That washer, the big washer, will keep all those rollers in from coming out. And we'll just go slow, see how we go. To be continued. Well, I didn't end up winging it. There was just way too much movement in that front wheel. It wasn't going to get me home again. So we've taken it to Rapid and these boys are looking after me. There she is, and hopefully we'll be on the road in an hour or two. Well, we're heading home. Car's fixed, but not a great finish to the border run. There's a truck crash 20 minutes up the road, which has pretty much slowed us down. But hopefully we'll get home just on dark.
Help me right.
Oh, it's fully fucking open.
Pick one there, must behave.
Do it all the bloody time.
Please make it open, make it 40.
Can't even see where the bloody truck crashed. Oh, we're home. It's 7:15. Thought we'd be home by about 5:30, but after that traffic jam with that truck crash, it took another hour. And it took 5 hours for those guys to change that wheel bearing. So I wasted the whole day in Goulburn today. I could have probably done it in 2, both the tools on the side of the road in the rain. But it's done. Not to mention that had amateurs working on it and they slammed the bonnet instead of trying to close it gently and lock it. So they've damaged my locking pins. I can fix that, I guess, but dickheads. And what else happened? And on the way back, it got dark, turned the headlights on, they were okay, and about 10k later, they just went out. No headlights. So I drove the last 50 kilometres with no headlights, only parkers. Couldn't get them to work. And I was on the M5, so I wasn't stopping. I just winged it. Not one person flashed their lights at me. That's okay. Just thought I was forgetful. So, yep, that's it, and we're home safely. Ken's home. She needs a bit of work done to her. I'll get stuck into it. I'll get old mate to do the wheel bearings. I'm not going to do them. It's already booked in. And we looked at the pads there a little bit down too, so I'll get some new front pads in it. What else? And fix the headlights and a few other little things and just get her nice and pristine again. So thanks guys for watching. Please give it the thumbs up if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps my channel a lot. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.